back to the Dr. Millennium podcast. I'm Dr. Millennium, and with me, as always, is Dick Valentine. Fuck you, I introduced you. Today, we're doing an episode on app games, mobile gaming, that plague. And, of course, to understand that, you need to understand where we come from on the topic. Dick and I have numerous friendly competitions involving apps, app gaming, etc.
Sometimes people get hurt, but it's okay.
People get hurt. Rules get broken. It's all celebrated tradition here. But, of course... most recently, we've started developing, trends and theories as to how these games work. I think Dick's done a lot of research into the
quite a lot of bit of research.
Hardcore gamer basis for some of these.
Onion reports. That's right. I get my information from the source. And based on what I saw, this is what I saw here. There was a study shown, and this is in all seriousness. There's a study shown that 85% of generated app game revenue comes from free-to-play games. When I first saw this shit, I honestly, bro, I was fucking just floored. Because, if you think about it, you're like, oh, this game is free-to-play. Oh my god, I don't have to pay money. And you're looking at a game that's like $10 for an app game. You're like, why would I ever fucking pay $10? But you play those two games over a long period of time. You're going to realize that game that was $10 to play was much more cost-effective than playing a game that says, oh, it's free to play, but here you go, here's extra gems
or
for
$100.
Here's
a game
an extra
$60 that you would get for the Xbox or something.
Mm-hmm.
You get that game, you own it forever. Of course, DLC is the new plague in console gaming, but you get a mobile game, it's these micropayments. It's this dollar here, dollar there. Or on the plus side, I don't know if you're planning to delve into this later, but the hardcore players who will spend actually thousands of dollars.
Just give away their children.
Give away this, and we exaggerate and hyperbolize a lot.
No. They really spend thousands of dollars on this. They are fucking insane. I'm serious, man. They need to be fucking called out for this shit, man. Because they're fucking over people who don't pay money. It's supposed to be a free to game player. And if a game sees that, oh wow, we're not making money because people are mad that this game isn't free to play anymore. Right?
No, it's an addiction, I think.
It's an addiction, but the thing is they're feeding into because the company's going to be like, well, Dick and fucking, his fucking, stupid ass friends, they don't want to pay us money. But guess what? This one individual who spends thousands of dollars a month on this game
compensates for everybody.
For every single person. So we don't have to fix anything.
Sure, you pay $1 here, $1 there. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
But this guy spends, and I think we can get a little more specific in this. The first game that we really fought each other at was Pokemon Go 8 years ago when that shit first came out.
Of course, when it was actually popular and normal people played it.
We might have I did the Google surveys, so I would get $1 here and there, and here we go, now I get to buy a couple coins. Mm-hmm. But I never spent my own money on the game, and I don't think you did either. Maybe when it first came out.
No, even towards the end, and the funny part is I was caught in the middle of people's criticism, and I said, you know what? Maybe I should start paying money on this game. And there was a week where I did spend $12 for those raid passes. Okay. And each one of those raid passes is $1, which is fucking absurd. $1 for a raid pass for a legendary raid.
Which, for those of you who aren't autistic, the raids were basically you get to play in a boss fight, and you get a chance at beating the boss
over. And over.
No, one time.
And over.
One time for $1. No, but I'm saying one time is $1.
Oh, yeah, one time for $1.
One fight is $1.
Yeah, and it's not even guaranteed that you caught that motherfucker.
But, so all that to say, you, over the course of, the year that we played, you spent $12.
Maybe 17, I'd say 17.
And you know what, that sounds fair as far as the Google Play money. It's not my money, it's Google's, but I could have spent it on other things. So I spent probably about the same, $15.
Yeah.
So.
And I thought I spent a lot. Honest to God, I sat back and I was like, wow, I spent close to $20. I swear, I thought I was going to have to get counseling. I said I almost spent $20 fucking on Pokemon Go.
So imagine our shock when some of the higher end players, I think it was you who found a Facebook group of
autistic
really great players, the best. And they were bragging,
level 40s
about how much money they spent. And getting into the thousands. I think the highest we saw, I did the math, and assuming this guy couldn't have lied because he showed us...
What are we going to name for this alias for this individual? Because we know his name, but we don't want to,
Don't want to out him? don't out him.
No, we don't out him. We want to be gentlemen about this, but still kind of rip on him.
Okay, so the worst person we saw, we'll call this guy Brandon. That's a perfect name. It's probably not as autistic as I would have liked, but
we just know a lot of people who are artistic named Brandon. So
we know at least one, so that works.
So Brandon, right? Can I start off?
Well, I'm gonna say he showed screenshots saying that these $1 a day boss fights or $1 a session had 1,200, I want to say, which is $1,000 right there. But also, showed and it just, I did the math and I did it well. And I said to Dick, I was like, this can't be right. Like, and I remember, because remember I first told you this. See, the thing is, we went back and forth. Because who was being honest?
You were telling me, you want to know something, Dick? There is no fucking way in hell that a normal, sane individual, because you think of everyone in a good fashion and manner.
He goes, Doc, I'm telling you, this guy has spent $7,000 on this fucking game. I said, no, you are full of shit. You are wrong. And then he posted the screenshot, and I'm like, hold on.
And now he's
doing the math. I did the math, and I said, this guy spends $900 a month on this game. Not like, I can't even fathom that. That's more than I pay for my fucking mortgage.
And bro, and honestly, if you think about it and you sit down, you're like, this man really spends $900 a month, and not just that. And that's you're proud of it. Yeah, you're proud
of the fact that he spent $900 a month.
And he would go around beating his chest. Like we would have our raid passes. Like we'll save up our
daily ones that
you can get for free. And we'd say, okay, we're done. We did our 3 or 4 for the day, and we would save up on coins and stuff. But he would look at us and be like, "Oh, well, you guys are done. Only 3."
Casual.
And this man would go.
Dude, it was a group.
It was a group of him, but he's the head leader of the autistic group of people, because literally they will go around from dawn till dusk.
Yeah,
raiding. Because I think about the legendary raids, they'll respawn multiple times, like every hour, I think, or something.
I don't know. You could
Google this shit.
Like they had a chat. And they would show a map where all of them were. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5. And they would just go bing, 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 bing. And they do like 30 a day, which is $30 a day. Like, and assume that's a heavy traffic day. Let's say an average is 20. I did the math, and it's like $20 a day for that. Yeah. Plus the other items they got to use. It's fucking absurd. It comes out
absurd, and it's the amount of money they spend is insane. And when we first saw that, we were like, you know what? This is an isolated incident. There's just no fucking way.
Every city.
There's just no way.
So every city has a Brandon.
So the thing is, right? We move on a little bit later. We were like, you know what? These guys are artistic. Because at first, when we started playing, it was like, this is fun. Normal people are playing it. Because remember, even parents were in the park.
Sure.
They're playing, and we were talking.
Hit on milfs.
Yeah, the usual,
Exactly.
We would just, do, what we need to do. But as time went on, like, I feel like the game, like, weeded out, like, all the normal people and only, like, the really fucking autistic, weird motherfuckers.
But here's the fun part, is that's the marketing strategy. Because not only that, let's say Pokemon Go was released as, like, a Minecraft. So you could download it for $20 onto your phone, and you have it forever.
Yep.
It would not have made as much money.
Oh, absolutely not. No way.
You might get that initial... Let's say 100,000 people. Is that too much? Little? I don't know. Let's say 100,000 people download it. Mm-hmm. And
for the game, dude. No, there are millions of people who play this.
No, I know, but it gives us a round number. So $20 bucks. So that gives you 2 million.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, like, if they released it like that, it was the same number of people playing, it would be probably half of them would never pay a dime.
Oh yeah.
The rest maybe $1, but that 5%. And I swear to God, like, South Park did an episode on this where they talked about freemium gaming.
Yes, I remember that episode.
We just prey on people with addictions.
They do.
It's a gambling addiction.
Really is.
Their profit is made up of that small percent of the user base who's going to spend thousands of dollars. Like, this guy, we were looking at it, like, if you're paying $900 a month on this game, you're spending like $10,000 or more.
Easily.
Every year.
Easily.
Like, that's a part-time fucking front at McDonald's.
Bro, honestly, part-time front at McDonald's, and maybe doing some other stuff on the side.
But I mean, that's just to get that $10,000. Like, that's what, like, I'm just picturing all the stuff I could do with an extra 10 grand in my pocket at the end of the year. It's like when people quit smoking, they're like, oh, I have that 12 bucks.
Or even if you look at somebody who eats outside all the time, like outside food, like, holy shit, look at my food bill for the month. Like, I spend a fraction.
Sure, like everybody's got something, but at the end of the day, like
$900 a month. Like when you just hear that number over and over again,
and you just keep saying it out loud over and over again. I don't know. I feel like you're going to send this to Brandon.
Hey, listen, man, Brandon.
If he gets the link to this episode.
If everybody sees this fucking link, he knows who he is. Like, he'll fucking hold.
Well, and the thing is,
no. And the thing,
like I said, there's a Brandon in every city. But every state has a dozen Brandons.
And the funny part is this. Well, actually, the most sad part about this whole thing, they were never ashamed.
No,
they were so proud. They said, I do this 47 raids a day, and you're just saying, like, do you work? Like,
and most of them didn't.
And it's just like,
but here's the other thing. So we've recently taken our competitive streak away from this game because the other people playing legitimately were getting like stalker-ish.
Very stalker.
Like
yes.
you go around town and collect these locations, and we would no sooner take one down and like it would be gone, and it would be the same person like following us, taking our shit over.
And we were just like at that point, we were just like, this game turned from having fun
they're
to being creepy.
And it was like they were legitimately following us.
Oh,
and it's like this is fucked up. I'm done.
Oh, and at that point, it was funny because then we were just like, I was a little bit down for a couple of days. I was like, man, you want to know something? I'm going to be done with mobile game. Remember, I was like, I'm going to be done.
You had that. I was like, I don't give a shit. Because I was already on the next big thing.
If you were on the next big thing that you were telling me in the beginning to get on, but I was so distraught by PokeGo, so heartbroken, and you were like, bro, you need to stop being a little bitch about this. You need to get over this, and we're going on the next big thing. So you can
and we did, and this is when we started realizing the trend is when we started playing Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. As you know, we had a DBZ podcast. We're
of course
big fans of the franchise.
So why not go play their mobile game?
So we see this game, and it's for the uninitiated, it's Mario Party meets Candy Crush. It's a very simple game, but you know, there's a lot of colors and bright lights and flashing. Congratulations, you did it. It's all that positive reinforcement you get from a game like Cookie Mama, but there's muscly men in it, so it's perfect for us. So we're playing this, and you know, of course, we've got our side bets going on everything, and you know, once we get to a certain point in our bets, it's like, okay, we're bored now.
Yeah.
Like with Pokemon, it's like, oh, whoever gets this level first, whoever gets this legendary first, whoever does this first, you know, has to buy the other one breakfast or whatever the fuck.
And then at that point, once that's over, we're just like, we're moving on.
But that was the thing.
Yeah.
We got to the point where, like, you know what? We love kicking each other's ass, but like
this is like at the point
creepy.
This is really creepy.
Like I'm legitimately worried for both of our safety if we got to keep going around these weirdos.
So like me and you you're driving and I'm talking shit to you as we're like fucking taking up stops and picking up stops, and in the meantime, you know, you're like
behind us is this like,
like
big like pickup truck with like the balls hanging off the back, fucking. Like, move over for lick a tongue, motherfucker.
Yeah, I need to get this fucking Bulbasaur bitch, you know?
No, yeah. But no, legitimately, big yellow pickup truck with the Team Yellow bumper sticker.
Yes!
I was like, fuck you.
Bro,
like,
honest to God, like, it was the most creepy fucking people.
And I've heard that this city in particular has had a problem with that game, like a pandemic, if you will.
Yeah. Because you want something? In California, it might be better. In Toronto,
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Still, because we live
fucking weird.
Because you know what? Our layer, is in Buffalo, okay?
No, you don't want to give that away. Cut that out.
Cut that out. We cut that out. Our layer is going to be bleeped out.
Our layer is in...
It's somewhere. It's somewhere you don't need to know. Somewhere far away.
It's a... Anyway, so we start playing Dragon Ball Z, and again, it's got this lottery system, and once you play enough, we stop getting lottery tokens.
So the basis of it, to break it down real quick, is they have something called Dragon Stones, and Dragon Stones is what you use for everything. You use it to continue to play the game, refill your stamina bar, and you do something called summons, and then you do something called multi-summons.
And the summons are the way that you get characters, and that is what makes it fun, is getting the new characters and making them
better
stronger.
Characters.
I've described this game as what Pokemon Go should have been, because you get a team of 6. There's different types that are strong and weak versus other types, and you can evolve them and make them stronger, and then you get special items. You can evolve them again and make them even stronger. And you find a good team.
But like everything,
it's Pokemon, but it's Dragon Ball Z, so it's even better.
But like everything, at the end of the day, there's always has to be a weakness. There has to be some fault.
Sure.
There's got to be something off. That is, so we were happy. Right? I got on a little bit later. You did because I was just so distraught.
But you cheated and you managed to get ahead.
Listen,
so,
as they say, okay, some may call that embezzlement. Okay, I like to call it getting ahead.
creative restructuring. No, but for real. So we're looking into this and we're thinking, okay, we're both thinking, obviously, I got to beat this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we start getting creative. I know you went onto YouTube and started looking at some of these like
videos, yeah.
And I say this with the biggest air quotes I can imagine: professional players of an app game.
Ooh.
And
they're hard.
You showed me some of these videos, and it's these hardcore players spending. And I did the math, like $2,000 on Dragonstones to summon
easily, bro.
Because you get the lottery wheel and you spin the wheel and you get X amount of characters.
So let's put this into perspective, right? Let's put up numbers because people like to hear numbers. So if we're looking at a numbers game, one YouTuber in specific, right?
Well, and you know it's more than just one.
But he was like this. He's one of the biggest popular ones. He was like, and he seems like a cool guy, and the way he presents himself.
Sounds like a fucking wiener.
Well, you don't want to know something. You're
he
right.
Because he gives them all shitty nicknames, and it makes me so angry.
And you want something, but he gives this false sense of like hope to people.
Oh, and superiority.
And he's like, this, you want to know something? The way I play this game is if you pay like $60 like every 2 weeks. It's like basically buying a game. So is it really that bad spending Dokkan $60 every 2 weeks?
Here's your answer. What's his name?
I think it's like Nanogenics or whatever.
Here's your answer. Nanogenics. Yes, it's really that bad. It is really that bad.
And the funny part is, it's like with that money that he's like, he was like 2 weeks, $60. Okay, let's put this in perspective, right? Let's say somebody is crazy enough to spend $60 on a game every 2 weeks, right?
Sure.
We go to the App Store. It costs $45 for.
Well, this is the math I did where I said he's spending, because you said he spent 800.
Oh, he's not that bad. By the way, there's even worse than that.
Oh, I know, and that's what I'm saying is let's say.
Well, let's just go ahead. Let me put the math down. $45, you get 91 Dragonstones, right? That's not even enough to do 2 multi-summons. So with that,
you're getting way too into the jargon.
No. Let's just say this. Okay. That's not enough. But let me just put this in perspective. You spend a shit ton, and you say, I got enough to do. I got 500 Dragonstones that I spent. I spent over $400. Some crazy number like that. And you say, no, I'm gonna fucking do this. You're not even guaranteed.
Yeah, a good thing. Yeah, you might get shit.
It's an
algorithm. I think that's part of it. It's the lottery effect. It's that addiction that, I'm a gambling addict. I need this lottery shit. I'm going to win. And I told you the one time I was playing, and I saved up and saved up and saved up, and I did a whole bunch of these in a row. And I said, man, you ever have one of those days where you walk up to the lottery counter, you're like, I got a little bit of money in my pocket. I'm feeling real good. I'm gonna play these numbers. And you put down that number, and you scratch that ticket off. And as you're holding it up to the light, the cashier hops over the table and kicks you in the nuts.
Yeah. It says, get out of my store.
And then you lose.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck. And it's one of those things where it's like, these guys are paying that amount of money, and they're still getting that kick in the
high,
nuts.
yeah. And then they're getting.
It's like, ooh, I can't wait to see what I.
And it's like, over and over and over, and you're like, this is absurd. And the funny part about this whole situation is this. This dude said $60 every 2 weeks, right? I bought a game recently called Witcher 3, right? Complete edition with all the DLCs, right? DLC packs and all that other shit. $37. This game, my friend told me he paid, I don't know, $60 back, or whatever. He told me he had the game for years.
Yeah.
He says there's still new things to do 3 years later playing this game from one game. So the question is, why does somebody need to pay a new game every 2 weeks when one can keep them busy for a while?
Well, and that's the thing, is this game can keep you busy for a while, but like for the sake of example for you, like I spent $10 on this game called Lisa, which is phenomenal. It's like an 8-bit. It reminds me of like the Mother series from like Earthbound and that.
Yeah.
Great game.
Yeah.
I must have spent 40 hours on it, but it's like, I have it. I can go back to it any time, but it doesn't make me keep paying. Yeah. Like I don't have to go through and it's like, oh, well, you're on World 2, another $10, please. Oh, you wanna go faster through this? Well, you can't unlock the bike unless you pay me another $5. It's micropayments. And
exactly.
That's what it is, but it's micropayments forever.
And the thing about those micropayments, if you don't keep up, you're like, okay, what if I don't keep up with the micropayments? Your team is literally shit.
You fall behind because they bring out new, stronger things every time. They just brought out a new, stronger character, and they just made Extreme Awaken that you can get all that stronger.
You want to know? I don't even want to talk about that. But basically, the whole thing is
you got shafted.
No. I remember how I was really farther up in the last one, and I was like, yeah, the next one I heard was easy. I heard this is the hardest one. I'm doing worse than last time. I'm doing worse than last time. And guess what's so funny? I haven't done any summons. I haven't done any. I've just been saving up. And it's just like, it's ridiculous. And the whole thing that's fucked up about this, like you have these YouTubers that are going to say, oh, yeah, it's like equivalent to paying a video game.
It's not at all.
And it's like, no, it's not. Because you want something, you know damn well you don't spend $120 a game on this month. If you really want to be have those amazing cards, you know, at least every month they have to drop $400, $300 to $400 easily to get
because if it's a 1% chance,
exactly.
You've got to do 10 different times to get it. And assuming you want to do it right, you need to get copies of the same card.
Oh, that's
and then you got to exactly.
And then you got to keep doing. So even if you get one copy, you got to get two copies.
You're fucked because you need more because. It's not good with just one.
You need two.
It can be good, but it's not good.
It's not good enough.
It's not the best.
And
you've got to be the best.
And that's what they pry on. No, seriously, that's what they really pry on.
That's what they're
like, we want them. Because the thing about it, they could have made this game where you get one copy, you train him in you train him in a way where you can do an event or something, and you don't even need dupes. You don't have to have multiple copies of this shit. They could have done something.
But you know what? Even if they did that, I think it's the fact is, no matter what it comes down to, and what we're pissed about, is that these games prey on addicts.
That's a fact.
And that makes it not fun for 3 reasons. One is that they push you. They push you into a corner and they make you pay. Like eventually, no matter how much you play, you're gonna hit that wall where you have to spend some money.
It has to happen
to keep playing.
Yeah.
And I think I'm at that point now where I can't progress in the story anymore. All the events are completed. I have a team that I'm happy with. So unless I want to pay money, I'm stuck.
Same here. I've done the same thing. I've done literally everything. My email boosts.
Exactly.
There's nothing.
You've done everything. There's nothing you can do. But that's what it is. And secondly, it makes it not fun because you get these super, and again, giant air quotes around super elites who are that much better than everyone else. It's not fun because they're this insurmountable wall that you can't touch because you're not willing to shell out $1,000 a month
and be a fucking insane
to be as good as this person, because it's not worth it. Because I would rather, if I want to have the Dragon Ball Z experience for $60, I'll buy Xenoverse or Fighter Z.
And you know what's the funny part about this? Is the same company, Bandai, that makes games. Xenoverse 2, DLC pack, right? Recently bought this DLC pack, and people crucify DLC packs in the gaming community.
Well, because they're bullshit.
Because they are bullshit. But the thing is, because why don't you just make a complete game? I get that argument, but
the only game I've seen that does DLC packs right is Borderlands.
They'll
make entirely new levels and worlds and maps and everything. And you get, if you're spending $5 for this new pack, you're getting, now they fucked it up because now they started doing, new character skin for $99. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But the new worlds and new levels, everything are cool.
But the thing is, let me say this: you pay a game, right? Now we have a DLC pack for Xenoverse 2. The DLC pack, right? That you pay $7 for, right? Let's just say $5. Sometimes they'll have a sale where you pay $20, but they'll give you 4 or 5 DLC packs, and those 4 or 5 DLC packs, you are guaranteed, right? To be. The funny part is, even if you don't buy it, you're still on the same level as somebody who just regularly bought the game.
Yeah.
They're not so crazily more strong than you. They're not at a point where they are way better than you. You can be on the same level. The only difference is they have newer characters from the show.
Sure.
That's it. But in terms of skill, you can get a Yamcha. I pay you pay the game, or I pay for DLC packs, right? And I get new characters. You just bought the game in itself without paying for anything. I can have a super strong character Frieza, right?
Okay.
And then you can have Yamcha. We're still competitive. The only difference is okay, maybe Frieza can have a better super cool attack, but in terms of level, we are literally the same. And the best part about this is you don't even have to use that.
Well,
you have customized characters.
Sure, but I think that speaks more to them making a balanced game.
Yeah.
This isn't really about whether the game is balanced or not in that sense, because that's a fighting game. It's a 1v1. You are fighting each other.
Yep.
This is more of a you versus the computer constantly.
Yeah.
So it's just how badly can I stomp the computer? And at the end of the day, that's the third of the 3 points. It's so like pathetic that it's like, oh, I have to be
a computer
this much better than the computer.
Yeah.
Like,
because
man,
with Xenoverse,
like, is that where your life
like
is
with
right
Xenoverse,
now?
if you have the same platform as the person, you can send a message and be like, "Hey, bro, you want to get wrecked?"
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Or let's team up and fuck these monkeys
Other
up.
people's, yeah. And but the thing is, with this game, like you said,
Mhm.
it's all computer based. So even if you're competing with someone, the only way you can like compete, technically speaking, is to rank. And like, you know, an event that they have and say, oh, who's higher in the rank? Oh, I guess I won. But you never really go face to face. Like the person's going against the computer.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the shitty part at the end of the day where it's just like, you really are just facing against the computer. So even if somebody buys 2 games a month, right? Which
you're actually getting. And nobody buys 2 games.
No one buys 2, but even if they do, let's say someone's crazy and they're a huge gamer, you buy two of the
and they're unemployed. I don't know. That seems unrealistic to me.
But let's just say
let's say 1 game every 2 months. That's realistic. That's a normal person.
We'll get 1 game every 2 months.
And like for me, I don't like. I'll wait till shit goes on sale on Steam.
Yeah.
Like, I probably logged maybe even close to 1,000 hours on Borderlands 2.
Mm.
I spent $20 on that game. Like, I bought it when it was on sale. It was $20.
And that's the same thing, like, when it comes to, like, the other games. Like, I play Smite, so, like, when they have, like, a sale or something going around, the great part about the game like Smite, if you log in, like, even if you don't play, you just turn on your PlayStation. Just log in, right, for the day. It takes literally a minute. You can get free gems by the end of the week.
Well, and that's this game. Like that's every mobile game. But because they want you to turn on this app every day, so you get that I think is a cheap gimmick.
But let me just say this: when you get that 7-day login bonus, right? Within like 2 weeks, you can actually get something. So technically speaking, you don't have to pay a dime for this game.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? Like it's not like, oh, the 7-day login bonus, we give you something like kind of good, but a little bit shitty still, and it's like okay. No, it's like you get a decent amount of things where like it depends. Like, can you be patient for a month and save up? Which of course, if depending on the person. But if you're impatient, you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna pay gems right now and just I can't wait a month.
Well, and that Steam has a similar system to that. Is every game you buy, you get these Steam cards and like Steam treasures, and you can sell them they have a marketplace, and it's like.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, you can sell your cards, and maybe it's like 7 cents, 8 cents here and there. But some of the really rare ones are like 50 cents. And you save up enough, you can sell all your shit and buy a new game.
Oh, I never knew that.
It's pretty cool.
But the thing is with those, it's like an option. But with these really like I think what they call it gacha games. I think that's what they call it.
That's what they should call it.
Some shit. But with these free to play games, or what they claim to be free to play
quote
games,
unquote,
it's like it's not really free to play. And it's when I read that to 85% of app game revenue income comes from free to play games.
Yeah.
That's just like my fucking mind. That blew my mind because I never knew. I thought like, oh, those games that are like charging $3, $16, $20. I'm like, man, those games are actually less expensive. So it's insane though. But like you said, there's always like guys like us who are like, you know what, we're just gonna fucking keep playing until the cow comes home and hope that we get something. And it's a long struggle and we're just smashing our head against the wall. But at least we're having fun. Semi competing with each other and having fun with the game. And then you'll have the other flip coin, the tail side of it that people are just going to be like, I'm going to ruin this experience for everyone else and just spend thousands of dollars.
Sure.
Literally a month. I'm just going to do that. So it kind of sucks, but what can you do?